Welcome to day 3 of 12 Days of Transit in New York. This is a series that talks about the diverse ways that people get around the city. And today we are featuring the World Trade Center Transportation Hub. People might often think that this center is a shopping mall, but really it's primarily a transportation hub that happens to have a shopping mall built into it. This transportation hub, also known as the Oculus, connects to several lines of the subway and the path that goes to New Jersey. This is designed by Santiago Calatrava. What's interesting about that is Santiago Calatrava is both an architect and structural engineer. So he can design things like this. If you look up his work, they all look almost the same. They have the same style and feel. They have these flying flanges and just outrageous ribs and crazy patterns that I could easily see a structural engineer slash architect could imagine. So what do we have at the World Trade Center Transportation Hub, or the Oculus? There are bathrooms, very important. There are shops and places to eat. From the street level, you might think it's just a fancy structure, but there's a lot going on underground. This hub connects to World Trade Center 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oftentimes when you talk about the World Trade Center, people often think of One World Trade or perhaps Ground Zero, where the Twin Towers used to be. But there are a lot of buildings here, and these buildings are mostly corporate offices. You'll find offices like McKinsey, Uber, Spotify is here. Not only do tourists come here, but there's a lot of people whose everyday commute go in and out of this building. I talk to people who commute here regularly, commute to World Trade Center. They say it's a nice uplifting way of just getting to work. You have this nice station. Unlike some of the subway stations out there, it's dingy, it's smelly. It's such a stark difference going to a station like this. Imagine commuting every single day at a place like this. So we're at the path. New Jersey has been talking about adopting a contactless payment system that's similar to Omni for the PATH trains. I think that'd be really great because every time I have to go to New Jersey, I have to use a Metro card. I think the Metro card I have is about to expire, so every time I go to New Jersey, I have to buy a paper ticket now because I don't really want to buy another Metro card. So next to the PATH station, right behind me is this very long hallway that takes you to Brookfield Place, which is a huge shopping mall, but it's a luxury shopping mall. Every year Brookfield Place does have an ice skating rink. So if you don't want roller skates, you can go there, but if you don't want ice, you can come here for roller skates. What's nice about being in the Oculus is even though you're inside, you can tell the time of day because there's a skylight up above. You know when it's nighttime, when it's daytime, when it's cloudy. I don't know about you guys, but my mood is dependent on the weather. It's always nice to see time change. Right outside the Oculus, of course, there's 9/11 Museum, there's the entrance, and Ground Zero behind me, the footprint of the Twin Towers. 9/11 Museum looks like a really small structure from above, but there's a lot going on underneath it because you're gonna be traveling from here underground to Ground Zero over here, and that's the entire museum is underneath the footprint of the Twin Towers. If you're interested in learning more about the entire World Trade Center complex, I did an entire video on that, and link to this is in the description below. My question to all of you is, have you ever been to the World Trade Center, or do you remember 9/11? Where were you during 9/11? Comment down below. Me, I was in architecture school actually when 9/11 happened. If you can imagine, if you were an architecture student during 9/11, that's all you've talked about. How the building collapsed, what happened, the structural integrity of the building, how it was designed, why did it go straight down and not topple over. So that's how I remember 9/11. I wasn't in New York, but I do clearly remember that day. I noticed the street right in front of the Oculus is an open street. They put covers on the street lights, so it's just open for pedestrians, which makes it doubly funny when people stop and wait. I'd line up for this, but the line is pretty long to get on that sculpture. And that's day 3 of 12 days of transit in New York. We have plenty of other videos coming in this series, so make sure you're subscribed and you hit that notification bell. This video wouldn't be complete if I didn't have a shout out to the Urban Caffeine store. It's the holiday season, there's a promo going on, so check that out at shop.urbancaffeine.com. And Patreons and YouTube members get a 15% discount. If you're interested in supporting this channel, check out patreon.com/urbancaffeine or the join button of this channel. With that, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, happy New Yorking!